it just broke me. Like, what do you mean? You start watching TV like we used to with our dog, but with somebody else. Hello. I don't really know how to intro this video. I'm just gonna start yapping, I think. I don't really know why I feel like I need to do this. I'm so lost, and I feel drawn to doing like a video journal, I guess. Also the light is being a right pain and the dog's just decided to get up. I'm going to try and do this all in one take because I don't have it in me to stare at myself talking about this. I think it's just going to upset me more. I'm going to even just start getting upset thinking about crying about it. But basically I need to change my life and I need to figure out how to do it, and the trigger to all of this is that my almost 8-year relationship broke down. I say broke down, he just left in February. And I kind of want to do this as well to like help anybody else that's going through it, because I've really struggled and I just don't know how I'm gonna pull myself out of it. For context, we were best friends. We met in uni. He was a few years younger than me. We were with each other for ages and it was fine. COVID hit. We were both working in the music industry and both of our jobs just like disappeared, and that was a bit tough. He made the decision to move back in with his family to save money. That was probably the only issue we ever had. I decided to stay in the house and try and pay on my own, and it got too much, so I ended up moving in with his family. There was friction with his mum. We had a big argument and I left and went with my mum. We spent about 8 months long distance, and then in 2021 we moved into the house that I'm currently still in, and we've been here for like 5 years. My dad died like within a week or two of me moving here. He died from COVID and he spent like a month in the ICU, so I never really saw or said goodbye. And that broke me. Truly wasn't the same. God, I knew I was going to be upset, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. But I feel like I need to like talk it out. And I feel like I can't really talk to. I don't know why I don't like crying in front of family. That's probably something I'll have to like unpack in therapy at some point. I don't know, and I had therapy when my dad died through work, so I don't have access to that anymore because I only had a certain amount, and it's just a nightmare to get through with the GP. I've tried before and I'm just not willing to go through that at the minute, so I feel drawn to doing it this way. But yeah, I really struggled with my dad's death. When we got together, so I struggled with my weight. I struggled with my weight for a long time. When I went to uni, I lost a lot. We got together and then it started to creep a little bit back on, but then COVID hit and it piled on, and then my dad's death hit and it piled back on again. And genuinely for the last like 3 years, I don't recognise myself anymore. And the person who I was, I never left the house. My anxiety got so bad, my depression got so bad, and it was on and off for a bit. I thought we were fine. And I was going out and stuff, and then it got really bad in December to the point where I got signed off by the doctors off work for like 3 weeks. So that was in December. He left me at the start of February. And apparently he'd been falling out of love with me for, he doesn't know how long, but I don't know how somebody can write you a Christmas card telling you that they that you make them a better person and that they love you if they don't. So there was a month between me being really bad and him breaking up with me. I can't help but feel like a part of me thinks he's like left me at my like lowest, which I think is really unfair and cruel, and not giving me a chance to like pull myself out of it, I guess. But I thought we'd hit like a bit of a rut, and I'd said to him at one point, like, I'm not really happy anymore, we need to make a change, we need to start making an effort. We just kind of got into like the routine of life and stopped making like an active effort to spend like proper quality time together and going out. I feel like this was also in the middle of like bleak winter where you're just miserable anyway, but he agreed, and then nothing changed, and then it came out when he was breaking up with me that he didn't want to make an effort, and that's when he started to realise that he just didn't want to be with me anymore. Never once mentioned that to me. The week leading up to the breakup, he kept saying, which he'd never said before, that he was just having a really bad day at work and he was like really down and sad. I thought he was struggling with depression himself, and he let me like stupidly try and help him all week, figure out a way to make him feel better. Unbeknownst to me, he was just trying to pluck up the courage to leave me. And then he came home from work one day on Thursday and just said he doesn't want to be with me anymore. He doesn't think that I am his forever person. He doesn't love me anymore, and he's fell out of love with me. It wasn't a clean breakup, so we went like a couple of months where he kept coming back to the house because he had stuff in the garage that he needed to try and like fix before he could get rid of it and move out fully. And then we haven't been no contact, like we've been in touch for certain things, whether it's been the house, the dog, just generally chatting every now and then. And I think deep down I thought he just needed space. Because at one point I said to him, you're going to move, you're going to have this big change that he wanted, and actually nothing's going to change except that he'll be living somewhere different and he won't have me and the dog. And I think that struck a chord because he got upset and agreed that that was the case. So I thought, so a bit of context, he's had long hair the entire relationship, like before we've met him he's had really long hair. He broke up and got a haircut immediately and then left, got a new job. He doesn't have to pay any bills or anything like this, which is really annoying. Because the second I told the landlord that the lease needs to change to me, they'd said, oh actually we're going to put it up. We just, we think about this before we even reached out, we're putting it up. Can you afford £950 a month in rent? I was like, no, not really. They've agreed to push it back to September, so I've got a bit of breathing room, but I'm just going to struggle. I'm struggling now, and I'm going to struggle even more when it goes up. So he's left. I think deep down that I was just hoping that he needed space and that he would like realise, I guess. I don't know. And then something in me, for some reason, messaged him last week and said, are you talking to somebody else? And he said no. And then I pushed and I said, oh, have you been on the date? I don't even want to say this, it feels so embarrassing that I even asked this, but I was like, have you been on the dating apps yet? Like, I basically think I just wanted to know if he was like talking to anyone, and I think something in me knew. I have like a sixth sense for certain things, I think. turns out he lied and he has actually been seeing someone, talking to someone even. Apparently he put some pictures on Instagram and they replied to them and they've been talking ever since. He then also told me at that same time, so that crushed me. That I obviously struggled with that a bit, but at the same time he also told me he didn't want to tell me because it's probably going to be nothing and he's not really interested. I go away for my cousin's wedding. I was a bridesmaid, it was really nice. I leave the dog with him, he's looking after the dog at his mum's house to save on dog care, and I also don't really trust anybody else to look after the dog. I go to pick her up and his mum's giving me my stuff back and the ball's missing, and she said I'll just go and get it. She goes in the house, comes out very bashfully and tells me that she doesn't have the ball because he stayed at a friend's house last night and accidentally left it there. I think I immediately just like went into shock because I was like, what do you mean my dog isn't where I thought I was leaving her? Where's she been? Why has she been taken like somewhere that I don't know about? And also because I think I was like, friend? What friend? He doesn't have any friends that he goes and hangs out with, so who else could it be? So I'm like, what friend? And she just says a friend. Oh, what friend? And I think I blacked out a bit because I don't remember much else, but she was basically told me that it was this girl that he's been talking to. He went around last night and he's left the ball. So I walked out. She must have said something to me because I turned around and I said he shouldn't have took the dog somewhere without telling me first. And she was like, I agree. I was shaking. I couldn't stop shaking and I had to drive home, and so I sat in the car but I was livid. I was so angry. I called him immediately and was just like, he didn't pick up like twice, and I was like, please pick up. I was so angry, and he finally picks up and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? He ends up coming out so I can talk to him in the car. I was so upset and so angry, and he was like, I don't really want to talk about my dating life with you, which is fair but also annoying. And it turns out they were pretty much watching a film together on the sofa, like him and her with my dog. It just broke me. Like, what do you mean? You sat watching TV like we used to with our dog, but with somebody else. And genuinely, I spent God, I can't even talk. I just spent all of yesterday, like I couldn't do anything. I kept crying like every hour. I just cannot stop thinking about it, and it's just hurts so much. Like it's so hard to be like, it's so hard to have someone decide that they don't choose you anymore and then they choose someone else. And genuinely, like, how do you get over it? Like, I'm struggling so much. I can't stop thinking about it. And I was watching like a video on YouTube about somebody's explaining going through a breakup, and you know, it's not the person you miss, it's the feeling. And I've discovered that I have like an anxious attachment style, which I probably need to work on, which makes sense because he was that kind of like my security blanket in a way for a lot of things. Like if we ever went anywhere, it was okay because I was with him. Well, I'm just like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with my life? I can't afford to stay here. I I can't really afford to stay anywhere else, to be honest. It's going to be a struggle, but I'm trying to find a place to live. I don't want to move out of this town that I'm in because I don't want to live here on my own. Originally the plan was to move to the town that he lives in, because at least then it'll be so much easier for me with dog care. But now I'm like, so I messaged him as well on the night. I was like, I thought you wanted to be on your own. Like, what do you mean? You're already with someone else? And apparently he was like, oh, well, I was on my own for a while. It's not even been 6 months. But I was like, what? I have been on my own for a while, and now I feel ready to try dating. And I just can't, like, how do you stop overthinking things? Like, all I can think about is, what if he just falls in love with her and he married, like, he's left me and all of a sudden he's with someone else? What if they get married and have the life that I thought we were gonna have? Like, it's so sad. It's so sad. Like, I'm so sad. Watch me do all this and not even post it because I look horrendous. Like, I'm not going to put makeup on because I know I'm just going to cry it all off. And I always go really red when I cry. But I'm trying to do it as well for, like, exposure therapy. In a way, because I don't like being perceived. But people see me in the real world anyway, so I need to, like, find a way to get over that. But I'm just like, what do I do? Why not me? Like, it's so hard to not be like, is it because I was too fat? Is it because I'm too ugly? And, like, I know I've been struggling with my mental health and stuff, but, you know, just leave someone. My nose is running, hold on. So I'm sharing for, like, hopefully people don't, because I know I'm not alone. I was literally on TikTok after it happened, and apparently everyone got broken up with in February, and it seems to be a thing. I ended up on Astrology Talk. Apparently there's a big phenomenon going on, and that's explaining why everyone's going through a breakup. I don't know. But hopefully it at least makes someone feel less alone, and I'm going to try and document, if I can, like, how I'm getting through it, what I'm doing to get through it, and hopefully that'll help someone. If anyone has any tips on how they've done to deal with it, please let me know. I feel like the added element of, there's like the breakup, and then there's, where do I live? Where do I move to? Nowhere feels like home anymore. I can't go back to my hometown and move in with my parents because I can't move in with my mum because I can't take the dog. Do I rehome the dog? Which I just can't even remotely bring myself to even think about, because a lot of apartments don't let you have pets. So to go back to the original point, I was planning on moving to the same town as him to do that, but now I'm like, do I? Like, what if they're together? What if I see him with somebody? But there's multiple reasons why I want to move to where I want to move. Whether it's a good idea or not, I don't know, but I don't want to stay here. I'm also really worried that I have nobody here. Like, there's nobody. My family are 3 hours away. My closest friend is like an hour away. He's still the closest person in proximity to me. Like, what do I do in emergency situations? What if I'm in an accident and I can't get home to the dog? You know, like, it would just be easy for me to be closer in that sense, even if it's just temporary. But work, there's no way that my wage is really going to increase at work. They're not even helping me be flexible. I have a meeting next week to see if they'll let me change so I go in twice a week. I'm requested to let them go in once a week to help with fuel costs. The only way I'm getting by at the minute is by my mum literally sending me money every month to help me. Well, it's going up in September, so she's going to send me money to help with food and fuel because I've not needed it yet. I've been trying to sell all of my belongings to, like, in preparation for a move, and also just to help get rid of, because I've got some debt, to try and help bring that down as much as I can, which it hasn't even brought it down that much. It's really annoying. To top it all off, my car has issues. Driving back yesterday, the ABS light's on, and apparently the garage that I'm in can't confirm whether they can fix it yet. I'm hoping it is just a sensor issue, but they mentioned that they were working on a Jeep not long ago and they couldn't get their parts from the normal suppliers, so they had to go to the dealership, which is 4 times more expensive, which I'm like, how am I supposed to afford stuff like that? And I just feel so lost. Like, I feel like I need to figure out I need to figure out what I want my life to look like, so that I can at least have some sort of plan and something to work towards. And maybe it's just because I was having a really bad day and it's really fresh, but I couldn't even think about anything. I couldn't even do anything that brought me joy yesterday. I stream video games. I have like 2 accounts. So I have this one, which was initially like my cozy account, which was gonna be able to be doing with my desk setup and like my cozy hobbies and stuff, but honestly I don't even remotely feel like cozy at all. Like, I just feel like a mess. And then I have my gaming one, which I've always gone back to because I love video games, and so that's been a way for me to, one, socialise, because I don't really have any friends, especially none that I can talk to about video games, but streaming and making content has been a way for me to find the people who do love games that I can like connect with, which has been really nice, and I've made people that I would consider my actual friends through that. So I'm going to probably do like another video of me like sitting down and actually just trying to figure out what it is that I want my life to look like, because I don't know. But I'm just like, there's part of me that just doesn't care about anything. Like, it's part of me like wants to be sad, and maybe that's just my brain telling me to sit with it and grieve it, because that's what it is apparently according to this video that I watched. It's grief. I'm grieving the life that I thought I was going to have and the person that I was going to spend it with. But it hits me. Like, I took a message on a phone earlier and the first name was the same name as this girl he's seen, and like I can genuinely feel like the cortisol, I think it is, like surging through me. Like, my skin actually feels on fire. I truly have never ever, like, dealing with my dad's death was really bad. I genuinely think this is worse. I can't believe he took my dog there. Like, who does that? That is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. And I just feel like this was home, and this doesn't feel like home anymore. It's just an empty house. My hometown, when I go back, doesn't feel like a home anymore. I've been gone too long. I don't really think that ever felt like home to me. I think that's why I moved in the first place. And it's like, where do I go? What do I work towards? Where do I want to live? Where do I want to try and get a job if I need to get a different job? And people, I was at the wedding and everyone was like, why don't you just come back home? I feel like I can't explain to them that this isn't home. And maybe if I was making my own money, I might, because then at least I'm surrounded by people, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how. I genuinely just don't know how to get through it. And I know everyone says this, and the amount of people that I talk to that are just like, you're worth so much more, like, you don't deserve that, you'll find someone else, it'll be okay, all the usual stuff. Like, I don't blame them, because what are you supposed to say to someone in that situation? I don't know. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. So this, I guess, is the start of me trying to become, I don't even know, trying to become who I am without him. Trying to find myself again. Find out what my purpose is. I feel like I was like thinking about when I wanted to make this video, and I have like the inner monologue in my head, and I feel like there was loads that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I've hit it all, I think I have, but it's just so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. To the point where I just, like, all I did yesterday when I got back is I sat on the sofa with my dog, and it sucks because every time I look at her now, I'm thinking about them all sat on the couch together watching a movie, and like, I hate that. I hate him for that. I genuinely hate him for that. Like, I just have no desire to do anything. I have no desire to do anything at the minute. And it's like, I have moments where I'm like, I pull myself together, and it's like, it's gonna be like fine, we'll figure it out. And I know it probably will, but I don't know. It's like single-handedly the worst year of my life. It's not been in the sense that he's talking about someone else, I feel like it's not even been 6 months. Like, what do you mean? You're literally like dating and making out with someone new. What do you mean? I can't even fathom doing anything like that. And at the same time, it's like 6 months, it feels like yesterday. And time, there's a phrase that keeps popping up, time will pass anyway. And I've been like, generally I've been losing weight already. I've lost like 14 kilos, I think 2 stone, on and off. And then when I found out that he was talking to someone else, I just physically, I don't know about anybody else, but I physically just cannot sit still. I cried, and then I went straight to the gym, and I haven't been able to like go there with a plan and like lift weights and be like, this is what I'm going to do. I literally just have to go there. I put my headphones on and I walk to the beat of the music, and it's like I just zone out, which, if that's what I need, then that's good. So, fun fact, it just cut out recording. I didn't realise, and I've kept talking for about 20 more minutes, and none of it's been recorded. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? You know, I can't even remember what I was saying. I think it was something along the lines of, I've lost weight, and the first thing that my manager said to me was, wow, you've lost weight, and this isn't even going to hit the same at all. It's just going to seem very disjointed, but it was basically me just saying that I'm going to try and figure a way through it and try and put a plan in place. For anyone out there who's also struggling with this, like, to know you're not alone. I'm hoping that this brings comfort to somebody, and I'm hoping that me as I, oh god, the sun is so bad, and hoping that like as I try and navigate through it and document it, that helps somebody else, because then at least hopefully something good comes out of this. Because I genuinely just, like, I feel like I'm at my lowest. Like, there's no harm in doing things to try and figure out a way through it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just drawn to documenting this for some reason. So hopefully that helps somebody. Please don't feel bad for feeling like you can't do anything because of the grief. Give yourself some grace, which I know is really hard to do when you feel like, I genuinely feel like the world's like been pulled from underneath my feet, and I have, like, I need to find a way to land. And so the goal is to build that landing spot, I guess. And I'm going to try and document it so that at least it hopefully, you know, it might help somebody. I'm hoping it helps me navigate through it. I'm hoping it helps keep me, like, feeling like I have, like, a responsibility, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's just keeping myself accountable. And then I was talking about how I have no idea how to end this video, because what am I supposed to do? Just be like, okay, see you in the next one. Like, oh, it's just so weird. It's so weird. It's so awkward. Hello, girl. But yeah, if you stuck with me for this long, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. If it's resonated with anybody, like, I'm so sorry that that's what you've gone through. I truly would not wish this on anyone. I wouldn't wish this pain on anyone. And it's really hard to not look, like, I'm really trying not to be nasty to myself, but it's really hard to not look inwards and be like, okay, well, clearly it was me. Like, he didn't like me for some reason. He didn't like things about me. So that's been really hard. But yeah, this is day one of the rest of my life, I guess. Whatever that's going to look like, I don't know. I'm excited for the potential that, like, I keep seeing these videos and stuff, and it's all about, you know, how you'll get through the other side and you'll be so much better off for it. And if it's not meant for you, like, it's not meant for you, and it will make way for things that are. I'm very pessimistic about stuff like that. Like, all I see is right now how sad I am, what I've lost. And so it's hard to be like, it's hard to be excited for something when I don't know what that is. So I don't know if I am going to make it through. You know, I could genuinely feel like this forever, which would be horrific. Like, I truly hope I don't. I hope nobody does. But I am worried that it's going to take a long time. But there's the added weight of, like, the housing situation, the money situation, the financial situation, like. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. I'd love to have you along for the ride. I would love if you have tips, if you've had something that, like, if what's it called? Like, summit stories, success stories of people that have come out the other side. Please feel free to let me know. I see a lot, I shouldn't spend so much time on social media, but I see a lot of people being like, I'm literally like 3 years in and it hasn't got any better. And it's like, oh shit. No. Release me. But yeah, I'm gonna go make the DINNER for us both. I actually don't want to eat anything right now. I'm really struggling with my appetite. I just can't. Like, it's like intrusive thoughts. The second they come in, I feel physically sick to my stomach. and I can't even really drive anywhere. I don't even go to the gym this week because I'm scared that my car's going to fall apart. So I need to find a different way of moving. Actually, it's cooler today, so I should be able to just go out with the dog for a bigger walk, but yeah. But yeah, this is day 1. We'll see where it goes, I guess.